All right. A person posted this stuff on the Facebook group to remove polycarbonate paint off of RC car bodies. He removed the paint on his Jeep Gladiator SCX6. Oh, not the Jeep Gladiator, the Rubicon or the Wrangler, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, it worked really well. I've tried doing paint removal on like stock paint jobs from the factory, and it's probably back in 2010 was the last time I did it, and it was suggested that you use .3 brake fluid. The other suggestion would be to use the fuel for nitro cars, nitro fuel. I tried the .3 brake fluid, and it was a complete mess. It made the body, after the paint was removed, the body was foggy. The Lexan was not clear, or the polycarbonate was not clear, and it also made it very brittle. It was a long process of putting brake fluid on, letting it sit, scrubbing. It just made a mess. It fogged up the windows. Like I said, it made the body brittle. So that was the one and only time I've ever tried to strip paint off of an RC car body. Now, I just use this stuff. I recently had painted this thing, and I had the front yellow. And I didn't like it, so I decided to go all red. And so I used this to remove the polycarbonate paint off of this. Now I taped the inside of the windows, and in a couple spots, the stuff had gotten underneath the tape quite a ways, but it didn't really affect the window. So as you can see, it's still pretty clear. I think it came out really good. I like the red better. Anyways, the Stripit Gold, I ordered it off of Amazon. As you can see right here, it did remove some of the black. You know, it's supposed to be like, kind of like that here. It did remove some of that. I didn't feel like trying to mask all that off. I didn't really care. I just did a straight line. So it did remove some of the stock paint off of this. We're going to try it off on this piece. This is where I cut off the back end of my SCX 10.3 Wrangler here. And we're going to try removing some of this and see how it works on stock paint. You just walk down this, right? So I need to go down this now. So it says to shake the bottle really well. I removed about this much because this stuff is about as thick as peanut butter. So I removed some of it and shook the bottle, then added the stuff back and shook it some more. Thought about going and hooking it up to my Sawzall and doing a brrr, but I just didn't. So yeah, we're going to try removing some of this. Get a nice little dollop in there. Probably got more than I needed, but I found that you want to kind of swirl it around. Once you get it on there and let it set for about 15 or so minutes, then come back, start swirling around, and just keep every 15 or so minutes, just kind of swirl around and work it into there. It's already starting to work because this is turning a little bit pink in some of these spots. All right, we'll let that sit, and we'll come back and I'll give it a swirl, kind of redistribute it, and just kind of let it work down into there. We'll see how long it takes. Alright, it's been sitting on there for about 15 minutes. Let's see how it's doing. Yeah, it's starting to lift it off. Mix that around a bit. Looks like it's working pretty good. I tried this on like the Rust-Oleum plastic paints, and it also, because I had some on this, it also removed that without any problem. Don't know if I mentioned, but I accidentally got some on the Lexan window here, and it didn't harm it. I did have it taped off, but it got underneath the tape and lifted the tape. It didn't harm the. I keep saying Lexan. I don't know if it's Lexan or just polycarbonate, but it didn't hurt it. As you can see, it's still pretty clear. But yeah, it's working pretty good. That was sitting there for 15 minutes. We'll give it another 15, and we'll wipe a little spot and see what it looks like. All right, that was about another 10 to 12 minutes sitting on there. We'll give it another stir just to agitate it. Feels like it's getting a lot thicker, or stickier, I should say. Swirl this around again. We'll give her a wipe and see what she looks like. So that was a total of what, 15, about 25 minutes. That's in there. I think it's starting to come through. A Summit 1G on Twitch TV in the background on my computer. Alright, let's give her some wipes. See what she looks like. Look at that. It's like wiping your butt. You gotta fold the toilet paper. Messy. Not near as messy as doing it with that Dot 3 brake fluid. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing.
Can they just put snowfall on YouTube?
We'll give her a wipe down with some water here in a second.
Get it back down to the floor.
That's looking pretty good. Let me get some water. Just dump her right in there.
almost took a little time left. Looks like I'm a couple levels ahead of the thing. I think I'm supposed to be grinding to level 30 after this. I think next is Shimmering Flats. Top of Shimmering Flats, what it looks like. That's good. Nice chill questing there. Nothing scary. What you gonna do, graveyard? I don't even think you do graveyard. I don't think it's worth it. You compare questing to like
A bit more water.
questing shit ton, I'm pretty sure. Stop it. You doing, brother? We're gonna test with strength. That down here? Okay, yeah. Test with strength and we're walking up. A lot of running here.
Well, that's pretty darn good.
For gear upgrades, I'm pretty strong right now. I'm not keeping gear upgrades at the moment. I think when I come to the library, then it's at least a little bit worth it. I would like to do it.
All right, what do you guys think? I think that's pretty damn good. Didn't really fog it up. You know, this is a used body, so it's, you know, there's already a bunch of scuffs and scratches on it. I do see a hint of, you know, like a reddish pink over it still. You could probably put another layer on there to get it off. But just for, you know, one coat of that stuff for sitting on there for about 25 minutes, that's pretty darn good. Like I said, it didn't stain the clear plastic windows on this thing. Didn't fog them up or anything. I paid roughly $24 plus tax and I think shipping from Amazon. I'll see if I can leave a link in the video description. Yeah, Stripit Gold works pretty darn good. This has been a question in forums and on Facebook groups for as long as I've been in the RC hobby, and that was way back in the early 2000s. And as far as I know, the suggestion before the brake fluid one, it was always the nitro fuel. But it, you know, basically everything had a hard time getting this polycarbonate paint off of stock bodies from the factory. And so I know that it works on the stock paint here, polycarbonate paint, and it also works on like the Rust-Oleum plastic paints that we use on our RC car bodies. It takes that off with any problem. So, pretty cool stuff. And not a bad price. You get a lot here. I mean, this is a lot. So, 32 ounces. All right, thanks for watching. Peace out.